Hey everybody, welcome back to Shock and Schlock. I'm your host Herschel Gillis, and today I'm going to be talking about the new David Cronenberg film, Crimes of the Future. Um, and if I'm sitting you down, it's because I'm doing some stuff this morning. Um, Packing up some final orders. I'm about to ship this off to Tanner from Unboxed, Watched, and Reviewed. He's going to be giving this out, so keep an eye on that. Got some special surprises in here. Copy of my mixtape. 3 copies of my mixtape 1, the 3 copies of the second, and 3 copies of How to Raise a Pet Girl for fans. Just want to spread some positivity in the community, as well as I want to show off this new sick Meat magazine shirt from Mr. Horse and Dead Format Films. So pardon my strange video recording style today, but Crimes of the Future, of course, is the new 2022 David Cronenberg film. Advertised heavily as a body horror film, but it is in fact a high-minded sci-fi film, which is awesome. Yeah, not what I expected, but I did really enjoy it. So what's it about? So Crimes of the Future is sort of about, of course, set in the future, and resources are running more slim. People are also sort of wanting to build these beds and everything that make them as comfortable as possible and react to their every movement. Comfort is like this new thing, but the primary thing that is happening is the lead character is growing organs inside of him that are not normal, and he grows them all the time, and he and his partner put on shows where they remove it through surgery, and surgery is becoming more like a designer sort of thing in the future, with people wanting to make themselves uglier. And there's a lot of typical Cronenberg mix of sex and violence in this one as well, and in this case, sex and surgery. A lot like Dead Ringers. But yeah, I won't go too much into it because I don't want to spoil, but there's a group of people that eat plastic, and their bodies have evolved to eat plastic in the future, and it's like the next step of human evolution, and there's this stuff involving that. But yeah, there's a lot of body horror in it. Still, even though it is a sci-fi movie, it was marketed as solely pretty much a body horror movie, but it's much more like Existence in the Cronenberg spectrum than it is something like The Fly. So it's more horrific visually than it is tone-wise. Pretty exciting, but it is slower paced. So the excitement comes from like the new ideas that are thrown out there, but this is a very slow burn film. I wouldn't go as far as to say it's boring. There are a couple of parts that I think could have been cut, or a couple minutes cut. They just last a little bit too long, but nothing too bad there. The story is very interesting. It's sort of a mix of a sci-fi film and a political thriller, while also mixing those body horror elements. Viggo Mortensen did a great job as well. Once again, he is, of course, my favorite actor. I'm a huge Lord of the Rings fan. Loved him in A History of Violence and Eastern Promises as far as Cronenberg films go as well. But should you watch this? Absolutely. Comes highly recommended from me. It is one of the best films that I've seen in the theater in a very long time. Very original, well acted, well directed. The special effects are fantastic. Yeah, just a really big fan of this new one. One of the best Cronenberg films I've seen in a very long time. I would go as far as to say it's his best film since Eastern Promises. So yeah, if you're a Cronenberg fan, definitely check it out. It's great. Dislikes, I mean, other than the slowness of some parts, there's not much there that I didn't care for. I wish some things were fleshed out a little bit more, but other than that, there's not a ton to complain about here. It's just a really good return to form for Cronenberg. Comes highly recommended from me. And yeah, this is just a short review. I didn't want to spoil too much since it just came out the theater. I highly encourage you to seek it out if you can find it. I, of course, live in Indiana, so there was only one theater showing it on opening night a couple of days ago. So he might have a bit of trouble finding a theater that plays it. But if you have somewhere that you can go to watch this, definitely do. Yeah, check it out. Fuller review coming later today for a different film. I just wanted to do this quick little short review of the new Cronenberg film. So yeah, Herschel Gillis signing off for the morning. Stay great out there, guys. I was trying to say something else, but that was related to my mixtape. So yeah, zero thoughts, zero editing, zero planning. The Herschel Gillis way. Signing off, guys.